Hey guys, it's the items for Master and welcome to part 2 of this two-part speed build series in which I built the warehouse living build, which is very cool in my opinion. Probably you've seen the first part of this series already, or well, it's not really a series, this is the last episode and the previous one was the first one, so is it a series? I'm not too sure. It's just a very big speed build which I simply divide up into two parts because otherwise it would be too long and maybe too sped up in order for you to see it. So yeah, in this episode I'm building the interior of the house, and in the previous episode I did the exterior, which you've most likely seen. I haven't seen the comments yet because I decided to just record both episodes after each other, but yeah, here I'm doing the kitchen, and you just saw me doing a little trick already because we've got these new windows coming with City Living. They are really cool, they're very industrial, sort of Brooklyn-like, but the problem with them is that from one side they're blue and from the other side they're just regular window tinted, and I really like the regular window tinted color but not the blue one. But you have to like have one at the one side and the other at the other side, and for the exterior I definitely didn't want to have the blue ones, but for the interior I actually also didn't want to have the blue ones. So then I come up with the idea that while doing the interior I'm turning the windows around to make sure that the blue is facing outside and the regular color is facing inside, and then while recording the exterior I'm doing it the other way around, and in that way I managed to actually make it seem like you've got the windows just like the regular tinted windows all around, but actually when you're like inside you can't see the color of the outside windows, so you don't actually care about that too much. Currently I noticed that I still have the blue tint on for most of them around the around the living room, but as you probably see in the kitchen I have turned them around already. I hope this story was sort of clear what I did there, but yeah, it really helped for me. I'm not too sure if I'm going to turn them around for the rest of the episode or not, but yeah, this is a very industrial interior which I definitely love to create because often I go for something a little bit more modern industrial, and this one is still modern, but it is mainly industrial, just very industrial with open areas, very rough metal colors, wood, leather, all that kind of stuff, as you probably see already, because yeah, we've so far created the living room and the kitchen already, and also the dining area, which I created just a table, so not too much. Well, it's a dining area but not really a dining room, but yeah, it just really looks cool in my opinion, and it's just like the way you imagine a warehouse to be. If you buy a warehouse, you decide to renovate it into something a little bit more modern and a little bit more usable and useful for like a regular house, then this is definitely what you want to make it look like, or at least this is definitely what I would want to make it look like. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way it turned out to look like, but please let me know what you think of it. Oh, by the way, I just realized that I almost forgot to add stairs in this house, but in the end I did decide to add them. So while I didn't decide, I just realized, oh, I've not added the stairs yet, so I decided to add them, but I almost forgot that. But yeah, let me know what is your favorite style, because I often build something industrial. In the previous episode or the previous video of this series I already let you know that not only like industrial builds will be on my channel, because so far lately I have really uploaded a lot of industrial stuff, and for those of you who do not like that style, you might get sick of it. So I thought, you know, I'm very curious to hear what other styles you like, because maybe I can work with that a little bit more often as well. Of course, modern is another favorite of mine, but recently industrial has just really been going on a lot, and that's also because I've simply not really had much time to create very many videos, and for some coincidental reason all the builds which I did actually do were industrial, because the tag with Stuff with Sims was industrial and this one is industrial, and both of them I had like planned on forehand quite some time already, so that's just coincidental. But most likely the Christmas build will not be industrial, but I'm not too sure yet, because like I mentioned in the previous episode, I haven't actually recorded it yet, so I'm very curious what it will look like. By the way, I have actually turned around those windows, and in this shot you see really well what I mentioned with like the blue being outside and the like the regular color, regular tone being on the inside. You can't see it right now, but you just could see it. And yeah, I'm just adding some fireplaces all around and just very many city living items because they are very industrial. They just look good, so it felt right to add those. And here you see this open space because, as you can see, I use split leveling in the middle. It sort of reminded me of like a boxing arena or maybe a nightclub. But of course, in like warehouses, you often also have these open spaces within the middle, maybe some cranes to lift up stuff, boxes, whatever. And I thought I sort of wanted to recreate this because it would look more realistic and it just looked cool. And in the end, it actually did. I'm very happy with the way it turned out to look like. And then still, like, it's also a very big space, so it was also just very convenient for me not to actually make it too big when it comes to like the amount of area or the area footage which I had to just put stuff on. And you know, if you create split leveling, that's a very efficient way to actually just fill up space, which is what I did, because otherwise this build would be way too big and I would seriously never be able to upload this, which would obviously suck as well. And another very like cool idea which I came up with, or in my opinion it's pretty cool, is this like, yeah, that structure, that black structure which you see me building with like the wood around this open area, around the split leveling. I thought that would look cool. You just saw how I created it. I added I added walls, and then I added like, made them sort of arches. Well, it's not, or I don't really know what I should call it, but it really turned out to look cool in my opinion. I'm very happy with the way it worked out because I had it planned in my head, but I wasn't sure whether it would work out, and in the end it did. And it really gives this build much more of a cool character in my opinion as well. It sort of sucks that I'm not able to create like an overview of how I created, or not, you see how I created the video or how I created the build, but you can't see like the overview at the end because yeah, like I mentioned in the previous video, yeah, the build actually got deleted, so I had the footage of the build being built, the house being built, that sounds better, but yeah, then I lost the footage, or at least the interior. I didn't lose the footage, okay, I'm seriously talking shit right now. I lost like the interior of the house. I still have the exterior, but I don't have enough time to finish it up, also because, you know, the speed build is still there, so that's sort of the point. But maybe someday I will still be able to finish it up and upload it to the gallery as one build, but for now it seems like I won't be able to do so. But yeah, here we've got, by the way, the gym, which turned out to be really cool as well. I still continued with that yeah, pillar structure, but also added like a garage door with some graffiti and just very many industrial pipelines and stuff, just to make it look cool, look industrial. And of course, like gyms often have that industrial look, or at least my gym has, and it looks really cool in my opinion. It's like, yeah, it's sort of a cool environment to be in. It really fits the gym atmosphere in my opinion. So I thought, you know, I'm going to add that in this build as well. And generally, everything is just very industrial and maybe not too cozy, not too like warm sort of, but still it does look cool. But in this time of Christmas, maybe it doesn't really fit the time right. But like I said, there will be a Christmas build which will be much more cozy, much more like warm, sort of fitting the style because, or fitting the time of the year, because like all the pipelines and industrial stuff doesn't really fit Christmas. But oh well, you know, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Here I'm just creating the first bedroom. I believe it is the first one. In that case there are indeed 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, because we've got like sort of a similar shaped bedroom on the second level. I believe it's actually identical shaped. And then we've got a master bedroom also with a master bathroom. So just 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and then a kitchen living area with a dining area and a gym, which is pretty cool, pretty convenient, and very good for a house in the middle of the city. Because don't forget, this house is being built in Sammachuno, so you know, you're in the middle of the city, but you've got your own house, not like a small apartment or a penthouse, just a regular house. So that's pretty cool, and it's actually just located in an old warehouse, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So I hope you like it as well. Yeah, I tried to sort of use different objects here and there, and it sort of worked out fine in my opinion. I actually, for instance, did like nearly never use those baggage bags sort of in order to create like tables next to the beds, but now I did. I also used new lights because like, yeah, I just tried to add some new items, and I noticed that some just really looked good, and I was like, why haven't I used those before? Because some of those were seriously like base game items, and I was like, I've had the game for more than 2 years, and still I've never used that item for some reason. But now I've actually like found out about them, and I just started using them. So yeah, I guess that's basically it. Let me know what you'd like to see me do in like upcoming builds, what you'd like to see me do for the Christmas build. I also asked you about that in the first episode, but just let me know what you'd like to see me do for the Christmas build. I was planning on renovating the Home Alone house, which I uploaded last year, but yeah, I'm not too sure yet if that's a good idea. Maybe if some of you have got like more creative idea. If so, then I would like to hear that from you. But otherwise, I guess it will be the renovation of the Home Alone house, which could be pretty cool. But I must say I have to look at it again in order to like sort of estimate whether it will be like a good idea or not, because I honestly don't really have an idea right now. But people really like to see that, really seem to like that build last year, so maybe people will like it again this year as well. But here I'm doing the last bathroom, I believe. Yeah, sort of similar to the previous ones, but still different. I always find it hard to differentiate between bathrooms, because those are just so basic that it's hard to create something different and something creative for them. But it sort of worked out maybe. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm just creating like some decks, some outdoor seating areas with like cool views of the city. And then this is the end of this series. Well, it's not a series, I keep calling it a series, but it's just a speed build divided into 2 parts. Here you see some of the screenshots which I took before the file actually got deleted. And then I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and then I also hope to see you back later.